Well, good afternoon, everybody. Kevin Crouch here with South Metro Weather, and I know you all are enjoying all of the rain that we have in our area. Let me get this in motion for you. You can see across our area quite a bit of rain. We have the first round kind of making its way out, but right behind it is the second round of rain. Temperatures are in the 70s right now. I think we're getting closer to the 80s here, but in fact, I'll kind of check that for you. Let's see, I can pull that up. They're really small, so they're hard to see. But we can take a look at those temperatures right now live and kind of see where we sit as of those latest. Yeah, see, they're tiny here. So let me see, 75 in Cleburne, 73 in Hillsborough, 77 in Corsicana, 78 there in Midlothian. So we're getting closer to the 80s here for our temperatures, but we are staying very cool, especially very, very cool for a July day, late July. I mean, we should be, normal temperatures are 96, 97 degrees across our area. And what's interesting, and you can kind of see my phone here, but what's interesting about this is that I've looked at radar estimations of over 3 inches in parts of northwestern Hill County, southern Johnson County here. The norm for this time of year in these areas is about an inch and a quarter, maybe between an inch and a quarter and an inch and a half. But we may come close to tripling that at least in those areas. Hill County especially, I mean, you guys have had the lion's share of the heavier rain today. So really we're looking at a very, very good situation rain-wise across our area today. And I am not arguing with it, because when we get to August, odds are we'll probably start falling behind in those rain amounts. In fact, I can actually show you if I let's turn the radar off, and I want to show you the latest, and this is as of Thursday, show you the latest drought monitor map. So realistically, again, this has been a relatively well, is it going to work? There we go. So here is the latest drought map here, and this is abnormally dry. So let me just kind of emphasize for you that this is really the lowest. I should have made a graphic before this, but this is the kind of the lowest rating you can have, abnormally dry for most of our area here. Hill County, Johnson, and most of Ellis, and then parts of Navarro County. And we've seen this kind of progress southward, south and southeast here. But I really think that the rain this week will probably have this receding a little bit. We are getting generally behind on rain, but like I said, there's some places that are well ahead of where we are by this point in July. So definitely a very, very good situation for all of those who do need rain. Actually, let's back this off and look at the rest of the state. And down in the valley here and parts of the hill country, definitely needing more rain here. So my hope is that maybe we'll get some more rain in those areas. But for our area though, not bad at all in terms of the rain that we are, come on, pull up the right menu here. Not bad for the rain that we are receiving here and will continue to receive. And there's more rain chances coming up this week. Let me just kind of get things reset here. We do have more rain coming throughout the rest of the week. So right now, again, we have these showers that have moved through, and you can see we have some of this heavier activity to the northwest. This will be a little bit more spotty. We have definitely some heavier activity kind of behind the graphic there. We'll back this off a little bit so you can see the bigger picture. Denton County right now, up to the Red River, there's a heavier wave stretching down into the mid-cities, and then down towards the Grandview area here, one little heavier area of rain, and then over towards Stephenville as well. So Stephenville down towards Hamilton there, over to, what is that, Comanche there. So all of this is indicative of the fact that we are warming up. The warmer we get, we increase that lift, and we will see more probably heavy thunderstorms for the rest of the day. Honestly, I think right now we will probably be looking at, I'm also going to be watching between Waco and Wichita Falls, kind of between Fort Worth and, I shouldn't say Waco, Fort Worth, Breckenridge, and Wichita Falls, this area, watching to see if we have more development there. Obviously near Stephenville, we talked about that as well. But any of this activity we could have stronger storms. I don't think that we'll see severe weather today. I can't rule out maybe a severe thunderstorm warning or two, maybe a few special weather statements. Realistically, I think we're looking at gusty winds and some, here's Tiger moving the chair again, gusty winds and some hail, small hail really, for our area in those stronger storms. I would be a little more concerned about flooding in parts of Johnson and Hill counties here where we've had this heavier rain today. That might be a concern for any flood-prone areas there, but for the most part, I think we'll be okay in that front. But I don't think that we're going to see widespread severe weather for today. Can't rule out a severe thunderstorm warning or two if one of these storms does decide to overachieve, but it doesn't look too likely today. But we will see rain in the next few days, so I just want to bring that to you. We'll talk about the forecast just briefly here, and obviously today, pretty good chance of rain. That could probably go up. I'm dropping the forecast temperatures here. We have 90 here. That even may be ambitious. We're just now getting barely into the 80s, but that could be, if we get more sun this afternoon, we'll be closer to 90 there tomorrow. 88 degrees there. Looks like over the next couple of days we'll still have some clouds hanging around, so I do have temperatures a little bit cooler. The humidity unfortunately will be going up, so that will compensate for some of that. It won't be terribly comfortable. But tomorrow, a 50% chance of rain. I think it's lower coverage, but we do have another disturbance coming in, and we will see that stationary front hanging around. Tuesday, the same thing. And then the Wednesday, Thursday area, it looks like we're probably looking at a little less certainty here. So I think what we're going to see, we have the northwest flow that's brought the disturbances today, will continue for the next couple of days. I think Wednesday, Thursday, we see at least one or two. So I think we could see some more rain here, and then it becomes more spotty, less coverage as we get into Friday, Saturday. Temperatures start going back up. Looks like towards the weekend, we're probably looking at getting closer to a more normal summer pattern here, definitely by, I think, the beginning of August. Unfortunately, August is always our toughest month, it seems like. So we're getting into that warmest period, but even then, we're only in the low 90s as we get into July 28th, 29th period. So, 26th, 27th, I should say, by this point, and then going beyond from there. That's where we get to the end of July, early August. But we do have plenty of rain to go for the next couple of days. So you'll want to stay tuned to South Metro weather as we get to the next few days here. So overall, not a bad situation for our particular areas. We have more of this rain coming up. And Tommy, you're exactly right. A day without 100 degrees is a good day, and I completely agree with that. So all of this activity, really from 35 east is where most of the activity is today, and then I am watching to the west to see if we have more stronger storms popping up. So far, the strongest activity popping up right now south of I-20 is there in Comanche and Stephenville area headed towards Hamilton. So for us, we don't have anything immediately threatening or severe right now. I will be watching this activity in the mid-cities to see if that can make its way down into parts of Ellis County. More thunderstorms going on in Hill County, really southern Bosque County, kind of getting most of the heavy stuff moving into the Waco area. But we have a little bit of a lull here. This is kind of what I expected. I think as we get into the afternoon, we'll see the radar light up even more, see more scattered activity, and again, could be some stronger storms, but for the most part, I think that we will see showers and thunderstorms. I don't think we see a lot of severe weather. Can't rule out a severe thunderstorm warning or two. We know in Texas, a few of these storms like to pop off and really start to impress us. But for the most part, small hail, gusty winds, and the stronger storms, I think is all we have to be concerned about. So stay tuned throughout the day. I just want to do a quick little kind of update here. If you have any questions, feel free to throw that in the chat here. I got an itch on my shoulder here. Not sure what's going on with that, but any questions you have, go ahead and feel free to throw those in the chat session. But overall, not much. Just be ready for on and off showers today. Probably the same for tomorrow. The timing on all of this stuff is kind of difficult because we have to just wait and see where the front sits, where these disturbances go, and that kind of thing. So over the next couple of days, just be ready for some on and off showers and thunderstorms. As we get later in the week, Wednesday, Thursday time, it may be looking at more organized activity in terms of a disturbance coming in and not so much rain just kind of be on and off all day. I think we'll just have complexes coming through, and then later in the week, Thursday, Friday, probably get a little bit more isolated there. So stay tuned to South Metro weather throughout the rest of the day for more updates as we look at delightfully rainy and cooler conditions, at least across north central Texas.